The moment the video surfaced, it felt as if the entire internet paused, inhaled, and forgot how to breathe. No teaser, no official announcement, no press release, just a raw fan-uploaded clip that spread faster than anyone could predict. Jungkook of BTS dancing again, not on a grand concert stage, not inside a polished studio, but in a setting that felt intimate, almost accidental, as if fans were never meant to witness it this way. And yet, there he was, moving with the kind of magnetic control that only Jungkook possesses, alongside one mysterious woman whose identity remains completely unknown. From the very first second the video grips you, Jungkook doesn't perform for the camera. He exists within the music. His body responds instinctively, fluidly, as if every beat was carved into his muscles long before the song ever played. The dance is not flashy in a conventional way. There are no exaggerated gestures meant to impress. Instead, it is subtle, precise, dangerously captivating. The kind of movement that pulls your eyes toward him even when you try to look away. Fans quickly described it as hypnotic, addictive, and impossible to replay just once. What truly ignited the global conversation, however, was not only Jungkook's dance itself, but the presence of the woman dancing with him. She appears natural, confident, and completely synchronized with Jungkook's rhythm. There is no visible attempt to steal attention, yet her movements complement his perfectly. Together they create a balance that feels intentional, artistic, and strangely intimate. No names are mentioned, no tags are provided, no context is given. And that silence only fuels the wildfire of curiosity. Army across the world immediately went into analysis mode. Every frame was slowed down, every movement dissected, every interaction observed, the way Jungkook mirrors her steps, the split-second moments where their spacing narrows, the subtle communication that happens without words. It doesn't look rehearsed in a rigid sense, but it doesn't look random either. It feels organic, like two dancers sharing the same pulse. Yet despite the presence of another person in the frame, Jungkook's aura dominates effortlessly. His dance carries emotional weight. There is maturity in the way he moves now, a depth that wasn't always present in his earlier years. This is not the Jungkook who dances to prove himself. This is an artist who knows exactly who he is. Each step feels intentional, grounded, and confident. Fans noticed immediately how his expressions remain calm, almost unreadable, yet powerful enough to convey intensity without exaggeration. The comment sections across platforms turned into emotional battlegrounds. Some fans expressed shock, others admiration, many disbelief. A common sentiment echoed repeatedly: Jungkook doesn't just dance, he commands attention without asking for it. Even standing next to someone else, even sharing the frame, his presence pulls focus naturally. Not because he overpowers, but because his movement feels alive. Speculation around the woman's identity spread quickly, but no concrete information surfaced. She is not introduced as a celebrity. She is not tagged as a professional dancer. There is no confirmation of whether she is a choreographer, a friend, a fellow artist, or simply someone sharing the moment. And perhaps that uncertainty is exactly why the video feels so compelling. It leaves room for interpretation. It invites imagination. It refuses to explain itself. What makes this moment particularly powerful is its contrast to typical idol content. There is no heavy editing, no dramatic lighting, no stage effects, just movement, music, and chemistry. Jungkook's dance here feels closer to art than performance. It reminds viewers that before the fame, before the charts, before the records, he was a dancer who loved to move, and that love is still very much alive. Fans who have followed Jungkook since his early debut days couldn't help but notice how far he has evolved. His control is sharper, his transitions smoother, his understanding of space deeper. This isn't about executing choreography perfectly. It's about storytelling through motion. The way he shifts weight, pauses between beats, and lets silence speak is something that cannot be taught overnight. It comes from years of experience, discipline, and emotional growth. The video also reignited conversations about Jungkook's versatility. Known globally as a powerhouse vocalist, a performer, and a visual icon, moments like this remind everyone that dance remains at the core of his artistry. Even without a stage, without backup dancers, without fanfare, he captivates. He makes people stop scrolling. He makes time slow down. International fans quickly picked up the video, spreading it across platforms in different languages. Reactions poured in from all over the world. Many admitted they didn't even notice who the woman was at first because their eyes were glued to Jungkook. Others praised the pairing, calling the dance partnership refreshing and aesthetically pleasing. Some fans simply replayed the video repeatedly, unable to articulate what exactly made it so addictive. There is also something quietly bold about this appearance. Jungkook does not explain himself, he does not clarify, he does not rush to control the narrative, he lets the art exist on its own terms. In an industry where every move is often calculated, this unfiltered glimpse feels rebellious in the most subtle way. As hours passed, the video continued climbing in views, likes, and shares. Fan edits emerged almost instantly. Slow-motion clips, black and white versions, Focused cuts highlighting Jungkook's footwork, his shoulder movements, his timing. Each edit added another layer to the fascination, proving that the video wasn't just watched, it was studied. The presence of the unknown woman rather than distracting fans seemed to elevate the moment. It emphasized Jungkook's professionalism, his ability to connect through dance without relying on status or spotlight. The interaction remains respectful, artistic, and grounded in movement. Nothing feels forced, nothing feels staged for controversy, and that authenticity resonates deeply. For many fans, this video didn't feel like a performance, it felt like a glimpse into Jungkook's private world as a dancer. A moment where he is Jungkook of BTS, global superstar, but simply Jungkook, moving to music because he wants to, and that is precisely why it hits so hard. As discussions continue and theories swirl, one thing remains undeniable. Jungkook has once again proven that he doesn't need grand stages or official releases to leave an impact. A single fan-uploaded video was enough to remind the world of his power. His dance speaks louder than explanations. His presence lingers long after the screen goes dark. And as fans replay the video late into the night, one feeling dominates above all others. Once Jungkook starts dancing, it becomes impossible to look away.